Hello there, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. And a very special welcome to you, my magnificent, sun-hearted Leos. I want you to gather close for this one, to truly open your heart and listen, because the message I have for you today is not just important, it is pivotal. Have you been feeling it? Not a vague sadness, not a quiet confusion, but something else entirely. A roaring fire stirring deep within your chest? A feeling that you are standing on the precipice of a great stage with the curtain about to rise, yet something has been holding you back. If you've sensed a destiny larger than the life you've been living, if you've felt a powerful, creative light inside of you yearning to burst forth, then please know you are not imagining things. The universe is sending you its most urgent and beautiful wake-up call. There is a divine gift, a spark of the sun itself, that was placed within your soul before you ever took your first breath. And the cosmos is whispering, no, it is roaring right now that this gift can no longer remain dormant. In our journey together today, I am not here to convince you of your own magic. I am here to hold up a mirror, to show you why that radiant light within you is undeniably real, why you, and only you, were chosen to carry its specific flame, and why this moment right now is the most crucial turning point you may ever face. If you don't step into your light and use this gift now, its brilliant call may begin to dim, and the world will be a little colder for it. Stay with me, my dear Leo, because in the third part of our journey, we will uncover a secret sign, a cosmic spotlight that is shining only on you, confirming that the universe has prepared the grand stage for your entrance. Some opportunities, some cosmic invitations, are a once-in-a-lifetime call. This is one of them. And our story, your incredible story of remembrance, begins right now. My beautiful Leo, there exists within you a profound energy, a vibration that doesn't come from ego or pride, but from the very core of your soul. It's a nameless warmth, an untold story of courage, a truth you've perhaps felt but never dared to fully claim, that you were not made to fit in. You were not designed to be ordinary. You were sent here with something sacred, a radiant, creative, and life-giving light. I don't know where you are as you hear these words, or what battles you have been fighting in silence, but if you feel a gentle pressure on your heart, a flicker of recognition in your spirit, then you know exactly what I am speaking of. This isn't about logic, my friend. This is about the undeniable echo of a promise your soul made long, long ago in a realm of pure starlight. That gift has no simple name. It cannot be measured or defined. It is the unique combination of your courage, your creativity, your boundless generosity, and your magnificent heart. You have felt it your entire life. It is the reason you feel joy so intensely, love so fiercely, and pain so deeply. It is the source of your innate desire to lead, to protect, and to inspire. Perhaps since childhood, you felt this difference. You absorbed the energy of a room and instinctively knew how to lift it. You dreamed of magnificent creations, of leading others towards a brighter vision. You felt a deep, inner knowing that you were meant for more, that your voice was meant to be heard, that your light was meant to be seen. And then, what happened? The world, in its fear of anything too bright, may have tried to dim your shine. Perhaps someone told you that you were too much. Maybe a family member said you were too dramatic or seeking attention. Society may have demanded that you be more practical, more quiet, less you. And so, out of a need to belong, you may have hidden your gift. You folded up your brilliant, radiant light like a secret love letter, tucking it away in the deepest chambers of your heart, believing it was safer there. But did you know, my dear Leo, that even when you tried to forget, that light never, ever left you? It has been waiting patiently, a constant warm pilot light in your soul, waiting for you to return, to unlock that door and to finally fully let it shine. If this message is already resonating with the very core of your being, if you can feel that inner fire stirring, then do me a beautiful favor right now. Help this light reach other Leos who need to hear it by gently pressing that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to become a part of our Cosmic Wisdom family so you never miss these soul-affirming messages. And now, I want you to make a declaration to the universe. In the comments below, let me know you are ready to reclaim your power by typing, "I am ready to unleash my magnificent light." Let's fill this space with our collective, radiant energy. The gift you carry is real, my friend. It is not a fantasy, not an ego trip, not a delusion, as someone may have once told you to try and shrink your spirit. It is the very essence of your soul, a sacred contract you made before you came to this earth. You promised to use this light for inspiring, for creating, for leading the way home, for those who have lost their own inner fire. In many ancient traditions, this is understood as the solar plexus energy, the seat of personal power and identity. It's your inner sun. In spiritual alchemy, it is the gold, the symbol of perfection and enlightenment, the incorruptible essence of the soul. Your journey is one of turning the lead of self-doubt into the pure gold of authentic self-expression. You may have lived for years doubting this inner magnificence. You may have looked at others and wondered, why can't I just be normal? But no, magnificent Leo, it is precisely because you are not like everyone else that you were chosen. You are not arrogant for wanting to shine. You are fulfilling your divine purpose. You carry a light so potent, so authentic, in a world that has grown accustomed to shadows and pretense. You didn't come here to blend into the background. You came here to transform the stage itself. And yes, I know that can feel incredibly daunting, because every true gift comes with a true challenge. To shine so brightly means you will inevitably cast shadows. There may not always be applause. There may be moments of profound loneliness on that stage. The only thing that will guide you is the passionate, roaring voice of your soul, whispering in the quiet moments, "It's time." The truth is, you don't need anyone else's permission to be brilliant. You only need your own. You need to accept that those grand dreams weren't just childish fantasies. You need to accept that your powerful intuition, that gut feeling that always guides you, is not a coincidence. You need to accept that the immense love you feel is not a weakness, but your greatest superpower. Your difference is not a flaw, my dear Leo. It is your divine blueprint, and you are the only one who holds the key to its full activation. If you have ever felt like you don't quite fit in anywhere, perhaps it's because you were born to create a new space, a kingdom of your own making, built on courage, love, and creativity, where other souls can come to feel warm and inspired. You are not an outsider. You are a benevolent ruler, a founder of new worlds. So please, I invite you now to pause, just for one precious moment. Close your eyes, place a hand over your heart, and ask yourself, what is my soul roaring for right now? Be still. Listen past the noise of the world, past the fears of the mind, and you will feel it. A warmth spreading through your chest, a drumbeat that is stronger than your own pulse, a fire that is not from your body, but from your very soul. And that, my friend, is your gift, speaking its truth. You did not come here merely to exist. You came here to be radiant. You didn't come to seek approval. You came to grant permission to others to shine simply by being you. But if you don't answer this call, if you keep that light hidden, it will begin to dim. Not as a punishment, but because a fire that is not shared, a sun that is not allowed to radiate, will eventually consume itself, searching for another place to burn brightly. In the next part of our journey, I will share with you why this specific moment in time is so critical. The universe is presenting you with a cosmic window, and every divine promise has its perfect timing. I do not want you to miss the one your soul made in a sea of stars before you were even born. If you've ever felt like you knew you were destined for something great, I want you to honor that feeling. Share in the comments one big dream you've held in your heart. Let's create a space where these beautiful visions can be seen and celebrated, reminding each other that we are not alone in our magnificence. My dear Leo, have you ever wondered why a creative passion you once had seemed to lose its color over time? Or why the confident, fiery person you used to be now feels like a distant memory? It's as if one day you could no longer hear the roar of your own inner lion. Perhaps it's because you have been silent for too long. Maybe you have been living as if that grand dream wasn't realistic enough, as if your inner radiance was just a fleeting feeling. So you held it close, a secret ember in your heart, unseen and unshared. But the soul, especially a Leo soul, can never stay quiet forever. It roars with you. It burns every time you ignore a creative impulse, every time you swallow your truth when your heart is screaming to speak, every time you play small to make others feel big. With each ignored call, the brilliant flame steps further back into the shadows. And if this happens too often, the light will recede. Not because you are unworthy, my love, but because you have not yet dared to live in alignment with the magnificent fire that was always yours. There is a beautiful alchemical principle that states, as above, so below. The sun in the sky must radiate its light and heat to give life. It cannot hold it back. Your inner sun, your soul, operates on the same principle. A gift that is not expressed, not shared, begins to stagnate. It is like a glorious bonfire that is never fed wood or given air. It will inevitably shrink, flicker, and turn to cold ash. Though its potential to warm the world was always there, it was never given the chance to burn. You did not come to this world to hold back, Leo. You came here to overflow with passion, with creativity, with love. And if you grew up in a world that told you to be humble, to not show off, to keep your talents to yourself, I want you to know, with every fiber of my being, that message was never meant for a soul like yours. You are a sacred fire, and fire only remains pure and powerful when it is allowed to burn brightly, to spread its warmth, to illuminate the darkness. It flows through your creative expression, through your words of encouragement, through your courageous actions, through your warm and generous gaze. It flows to bring life and inspiration to all it touches. You do not have to be perfect to begin. Please hear me on this. You do not need to have it all figured out to share your gift. Your light does not wait for perfect conditions. It only needs you to stop covering it up. Every single time you live your truth out loud, you are healing someone. Every time you share your creative work, you are inspiring someone, even if they never know your name, even if you receive no thanks. A warm smile you offered a stranger might have been the spark that reignited their hope. A courageous truth you finally spoke could have been the permission slip someone else needed to speak theirs. You have no idea who is out there, sitting in the cold, waiting for a light like yours to appear. And if you don't let it shine, there will be people who continue to live in darkness, never understanding why they feel so lost. There are cosmic callings, Leo, and if you do not answer them, they eventually stop ringing. Not because the universe is angry, but because it understands you have chosen the perceived safety of the familiar over the sacred mission of your soul. You have chosen the quiet of the shadows over the roar of your truth. And in that moment, for a Leo, silence is no longer peace. It becomes a deep, aching regret. I know you may have thought, if I just stay quiet, I won't be criticized. I won't fail. But peace is not the same as passion. You didn't come here to quietly exist. You came here to become fully, wildly, unapologetically radiant. So much so that your very presence reminds others of the dormant sun within themselves. And maybe you don't even realize it, but the gift within you may feel like it's weakening. Not because it has lost its power, but because you have stopped believing you have the right to carry it out into the world. I know you feel tired sometimes, tired of having to be the strong one, tired because you feel everything with such passion. You love harder, you hurt deeper, and you dream bigger. But it is because of that very depth that you are the only one who can truly inspire and lead from the heart. Your gift does not come from logic, it comes from your soul. And your soul doesn't need you to succeed by the world's standards. It doesn't need applause or trophies. It only needs you to listen to its roar, to act on its creative urges, to open your heart and let your light pour out. If you have been dreaming of being on a stage, literally or metaphorically, if you feel like there is an invisible door to your own kingdom, always waiting for you to walk through it, if you often find yourself speechless when trying to express a passion that is too deep, too real for words, that is the sign. Your gift is speaking, and it is afraid of being forgotten, of turning to ash. Can you hear your own heart calling your name in a language of pure fire? Let yourself soften for a moment. Allow yourself to feel the things you never dared to believe were real. Feel the truth that you are powerful beyond measure. Feel that you are ready. And then, in our next part, I will share something incredibly important. There is a mysterious signal, a cosmic spotlight that is subtle but unmistakable, that the universe is sending to you right now. A signal meant only for those Leos who are ready to remember and reclaim their divine birthright. If you've been touched by a certain symbol of royalty or light, a lion, a crown, the sun, a repeating number like 555, please write it down, share it in the comments, because maybe the gift within you is finding its way back to your conscious mind, reminding you of the king or queen you were always meant to be. Okay, my beautiful Leo, let's be very clear. You are not imagining things. It is not your ego playing tricks on you, and no, you are not making a big deal out of nothing, as someone may have once told you. The patterns you're seeing, the synchronicities, the sudden bursts of creative inspiration, all of it is real. You are not losing your mind. You are being called to center stage. The universe, my friend, does not speak in mundane language. It speaks in signs, in symbols, in energy. It speaks in a song on the radio that seems to be singing the words of your soul. It speaks in a stranger's compliment that lands with profound meaning. It speaks in a sudden, overwhelming urge to create, to lead, to express something that has been burning inside you. That is not random. That is your soul recognizing its cues and the universe whispering, "It's your time to shine." The spotlight is now on you. Not everyone feels this language. It is reserved for those souls who came here with a mission to radiate, to lead with the heart, and to inspire. It is for those who have perhaps lived in the shadows long enough to truly appreciate the call of the light. And you, magnificent Leo soul, you are one of the very few feeling this cosmic spotlight intensifying right now. In spiritual teachings, this moment is often referred to as a divine activation. It's when the energies are perfectly aligned, when the soul's ripeness has come, and everything shifts without warning. You may have lived for a long time, feeling like you were waiting in the wings, rehearsing for a role you weren't sure you'd ever get to play. And now, the curtain is rising. In the language of divine faith, this is your calling. It's not loud or forceful. It is a quiet, powerful knowing in your heart that you can no longer wait. You want to live truthfully. You want to speak what you have once hidden. You want to give away the gift of your light that has been glowing quietly inside you for years. Even if you see no one else around you stepping up, even if there are no clear, logical signs, there is something that is watching you, cheering you on. We have never been truly alone, my dear Leo. We have only forgotten how to listen to the encouragement that arrives from the invisible realm. There are guides protecting you, perhaps an ancestor who was a powerful leader, a spiritual guide who resonates with solar energy, or even a future version of yourself, a fully actualized soul, reaching back through time to tell you, you can do this. Step into the light. If recently you've felt a surge of confidence for no reason, if you've suddenly felt a warm, encouraging presence around you when you were feeling doubt, it may be because your soul was just touched by this divine support system. I know your practical mind may have tried to explain it away. You might have thought, I'm just having a good day. But with the soul, my friend, truth needs no external proof. If you can feel it, then it is real. Let your heart close its eyes and listen to the applause that is already happening for you on a spiritual plane. Sometimes the sign does not appear in a grand, blinding light. Sometimes it appears in a moment of deep stillness, where everything suddenly quiets and you hear the unwavering truth of your own heart. In that quiet, you will realize that every coincidence carries a message. Every repeating symbol is a signal. Every time your heart aches with a passion to create or to love, it is a cue from the cosmos. My dear Leo, you are being awakened. You are standing at the threshold between the person you have been and the magnificent creator you are destined to become. One foot may still be in the old world of doubt, but your heart has already stepped onto the sacred stage. No one else can play this role for you. And if you have been wondering, what am I supposed to do with this gift now? How do I know this is real and not just my ego? Then the next part will be the divine answer. Not from me, but from the brilliant, unwavering light within you. A light that is just waiting for you to dare to come closer and claim it. Has there been a creative idea or a leadership opportunity that has been calling to you recently? Honor it by writing it down. Not to analyze it, but to acknowledge the signal, like accepting a golden ticket to your own magnificent destiny. My magnificent Leo, the creative fire within you now is no longer just a potential. It has become a divine command from your soul. It is not here for you to prove anything to the world, but to remind the world and yourself of the power of a heart that is fully alive. You have lived for too long in just half of your light. You have grown used to feeling passion, but not always expressing it. You have gotten used to seeing a better way forward, but not always speaking up. You have loved, created, and sacrificed in the wings, and you may have thought that was noble enough. But your soul did not come here for enough. It came here to be magnificent. It came here to burn so brightly that it reawakens the hearts that have grown cold from forgetting how to love, how to create, and how to live with passion. You cannot hide this radiance forever, Leo. The gift inside you was never meant to be a secret. It didn't come here to sleep. It came here to live through you, in full expression. And if you do not use it, if you do not answer this call to the stage, that brilliant energy will return. It will return to the cosmic sea of potential, waiting for another soul in another lifetime to carry it. And you, in this life, will feel an emptiness that has no name, like you've lost a kingdom you never had the courage to claim. Ancient wisdom teaches, the time is now, not tomorrow, not when you feel more confident, not after you get the perfect opportunity, but right now, while your heart is being stirred by this divine fire. The scripture says that no one knows the day or the hour, but the one who is chosen will feel it when it arrives. My dear Leo, that moment has come for you. No alarms are needed. No bells are ringing. Your soul knows, and you are hearing these words not by accident, but by divine appointment. You do not need anyone's permission to claim your throne. You only need to remember that you were born royal. True action does not come from pressure. It comes from the freedom of no longer doubting the light within you. The freedom of knowing that your unique radiance only finds its true meaning when it is shared. You were not born to live an ordinary life. You were born to give the world something extraordinary that only you carry. Like the sun, you don't need to wait for permission to shine. You just need the courage to burn from your own inner truth. No one else can do this for you. No one else can be you. No other soul was given your unique combination of courage, creativity, and heart. And if you do not offer that light, who will take your place? Who will inspire the silent dreamers? Who will lead with a compassionate heart? Who will walk into the dark room, not with a lamp, but as the lamp itself? You did not come here to be a quiet footnote in someone else's story. You came to write an epic of your own. Close your eyes one last time, my friend. Place your hand on your heart and ask the gift within you. Is it my time to reign? Ask it softly, deeply, and then listen. You might not hear an answer in words, but your heart will know. And if you feel even one powerful heartbeat, even one deeper, more confident breath, even a strange warmth spreading through you like liquid gold, that is the message. You are ready. There is no time left to wait in the wings, Leo. There is no reason left to delay your entrance. Only one question remains. Will you dare to live as if your very soul is a gift to this world? Not tomorrow, not when you're more stable, but today, as a divine promise, kept in perfect cosmic timing. Is there one thing you have always known you were born to do? To create? To lead? Write it down in the comments. Let it be your first decree as the ruler of your own magnificent life. It doesn't have to be perfect. It only needs to be true. Thank you, radiant Leo soul, for staying with me until the very end of this sacred journey. Your presence, your light, your courage, that is the most sacred gift of all. May your inner fire be fully awakened at just the right time, and may it become the beacon that leads others home to their own light. You are ready now, and the world desperately needs the warmth of your heart.